So I'm here with Nala, and she is a dog who has historically not done well with crate training. Her parents have tried it by themselves. They didn't find success with it. The way that they did it was they opened the door, threw treats in, and just sort of let Nala go in if she wanted, and then if she went in, they would close the door. That doesn't offer a lot of direction to your dog. So your dog doesn't really know what it's supposed to do per se, and then if you just close the door on them, then that's when they feel trapped and when they might have a bad association with it. So we're gonna try things a different way. This crate is huge, because Nala's huge. But what I like about it, it has two different doors. So we're gonna basically have her walk through it so she knows that she can go in and out. She's not gonna get trapped right now. And by doing this, she should never associate the crate with being trapped. Important pre-crate training work is that we went on a long walk, so she's physically fulfilled, which will make this a little bit easier on both of us. So I'm gonna start by leading her through each side, and she also knows how to follow the leash, which is important, and that's gonna be helpful to guide her in and out of this crate. So let's give it a go. So I just have really soft direction here. I'm gonna reach through, put a little tug on the leash, but really it's nothing. And when she looks in the crate or steps in it, I'm gonna release that, but then I'm gonna again come here, holding this pressure. It's not very, I'm not choking her, it's not very strong or anything. I just have a slip lead on her. I'm gonna hold this straight until she moves forward and give her a release. Great. Doesn't matter which direction she moves at that point. Good girl. Again, the release when she comes forward from it. And we're just gonna sit here with it. I'm not gonna pull her, I'm not gonna yank her. She just has to process it. I'm gonna let her smell the crate. She's got her head in. Good girl. Just gonna adjust the leash so it's at the top of her head here. And then I'll guide her again with the leash. Good, that really took nothing. Great. And then she can come back out. Good job. And then we're gonna go right back in. Leash pressure to direct, good. Really, again, not a whole lot of pressure there. And you can see why being able to go in or out of the crate is nice for your dog, because you're not forcing them to do anything. So I'm just holding this here. We're not gonna avoid. Good, she came forward, so I released. Guidance here, good. Great. So last time there was no pressure on the leash, she just walked in. We're gonna use some, good. Again, here. Good. Great. I'll give her a second to check it out and see if she decides to go in by herself. I'm gonna direct her a little bit. Good. Really had no pressure on the leash there. Good job. Good girl. So because she looked out, it just tiniest amount of direction with the leash there, just to say, yeah, just go look inside instead of out. Like right here. Good. Great. So I'm just gonna let her explore in there, and if she wants to walk out, she can. like that she's getting more. Good girl. So I like that she's getting more curious. And what she'll start to learn, is that the crate is a place of rest. So out here, she has to keep walking. We're directing her. It's not hard work out here, but we're not stopping, we're not pausing out here. We're going right back into the crate. Distraction. Okay. So again, we're just walking through. It's fine. She can walk in and out as much as she wants to. But when she goes back in the crate, nothing happens to her. She gets to rest. Good girl. So I'm just going to let her rest in this crate as long as she wants. I'm not going to close the door on her. I'm not going to be like, oh my God, she's in, and then close the door. No, that goes against the point of this. Because when you do that, at this point, she's going to feel trapped. She's going to be like, what's going on? I can't leave. So we're going to build up duration of her being in the crate with the doors open, being able to leave, and if she leaves, I'll just redirect her back into the crate. If you don't have a crate with 2 doors, it's the same principle. She might come out of here, and then you'll just be on the corner here and redirect her back in, let her turn around in there, and walk back out. And then back in. So this is a dog who used to refuse to go into the crate, apparently. I never saw it. That's just what I was told. Right? Back in. Oh. At this point, hopefully you can see that there's really not, the leash is loose. Didn't put any pressure on the leash. It's just that initial sort of backup, I'm unsure, that I think people get stuck in because they think, oh, my dog's freaking out, and then they release the leash and the ask that you're giving, and so your dog is like, oh, that's the reward. The release is the reward. So if I pull back, I'm gonna get out of it. And it's not necessarily because they do that on purpose, it's just an association that builds over time. So the best thing you can do is to just hold steady with your leash. Don't pull on your dog. Don't say anything to your dog. Just hold that for a second. And it's gonna feel like eternity, but eventually your dog will shift weight forward. They'll take a step forward, and then you release your leash pressure and see what they do. If they go back again, you just hold it and invite them forward again by holding that pressure. And over time, they'll figure it out, like she did pretty quickly here. And so the next step from here is to maybe sit on the couch or, near the crate, or just stand here and let her be in the crate. Build up that duration, and then you can begin to close the door for a little bit, maybe 30 seconds, maybe a minute, and then let them go back out and build the duration with the door closed. Let them go back out. Good job. And just work through it. What you should not do is put your dog in the crate, close the door, leave them for an hour. Don't do that. Build it up, be in the house, when they're in the crate with the door closed, walk by, be normal, and then let them out when they're calm, like this. Don't let them out when they're crying and barking and all that sort of stuff. Don't give them any affection or attention when they're barking, making noise. Let them settle and self-soothe through it, and they'll figure it out. Once they're truly comfortable in the crate, which means you can close the door, leave them in here for like 30 minutes with no barking, crying, anything like that. Then you can introduce toys and treats and stuff to them while they're in the crate. Also, it's a good thing to feed them breakfast and dinner in the crate. Don't close them in, just give them food in there so they can walk out when they're done. Those are my tips for crate training. And I'll let you know how Nala does. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments and let me know if you have any other